あら、指揮官様。雲仙と同時に執務室に到着するとは奇遇ですね。冗談ですよ。お部屋から出た時から一緒でしたもの。
Alright, welcome to the Windborne Steel Wings event. This is day 1, the 6th anniversary of Azur Lane Global. Congratulations. So, first things first, we've got some mail. Happy 6th anniversary, and we get a bunch of stuff. We're going to claim that. And some more stuff. Alright. Next, I'm going to turn off the game background music and substitute my own. Alright, so we're going to get straight into this. Blue skies, white clouds, and a dreamlike paradise surrounded by the sea. The Samoan Islands cared little for the change of seasons. Among these tropics was a girl, piloting an aircraft. Results: mild winds, 83% humidity, which is 3% higher than yesterday. Temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit, more or less the same as measured at the same time yesterday. No rain clouds detected within the monitoring range of my aircraft. The probability of rainfall is 1% within the next 8 hours. 15% within the next 16, and 23% within the next 24 hours. So in short, great weather on the whole. Damn, talk about professional. Don't need weather station when you got Fargo. Thank you for using our weather forecast service. Now please pay the fine. Fine? You're going to charge us? I meant it as a joke. Sure didn't sound like one. Oh, that might be because I'm still practicing my facial expressions. Let me raise my happiness index by 200%. Ahem. I just wanted to say something silly. Don't take everything so seriously. Dots. I overdid it, didn't I? A little. Anyhow, we know the weather's going to stay good now. We'll make things easier for us. Y'all ready to go? Sure. Are we really doing this? Too late to be getting cold feet. The girl's already waiting for us at the campsite. Beep, beep. That's Pittsburgh calling. Probably got the place set up by now. Hello. Herring, we finished up over here. We have a tent, a grill, and a beautiful Samoan scenery waiting for you. How are things going on your end? Relax, we got everything we'll need and lots of it. On another note, what's Indiana up to? She went into the forest to gather wood. Wood? What for? Fuel for the grill. But our grill uses a special type of charcoal made just for it. You could just have asked me to bring you more. I'm a logistics expert, remember? Yeah, that's exactly what I told Indiana. But she insisted on doing it her way anyway. Said something about being unable to sit still and wanting to do something wild while we're here. She knows we're having canned herring, right? How much wilder does it need to get to satisfy her? No idea. Huh. I like her gusto. Wait, was that you, Fargo? Yes? What about it? You should show emotion without adjusting your indexes or whatever. You did it! Yes, yes. Let Indiana have her fun. I can make canned herring taste good, even with a plain old firewood. I believe in you. Oh, really? What's in that big box behind you? Extra ingredients. It's a freezer container to keep them fresh. I believe in you, my ass. You know what? I'm going to make something so good you'll be jumping for joy after tasting it. I'll send you the coordinates now, so don't be too long. Oh, and don't forget the wine. Oh, jeez, don't get drunk. Got it. Let the picnic begin. It's time to clear the name of canned herring and prove how good it really is. Onward to a future where herring is Hair King. Herring, that was really, really lame. An illusion has taken a hold across every corner of the Pacific. Some of its victims embrace it, replacing reality with an idealized dream. Others fight against it, grasping onto the truth for what it is. Close your eyes in a dream, and the dream becomes reality. Open your eyes, and reality becomes truth. A battle is on the cusp of starting. Meanwhile, the commander is en route to the Dragon Emperor. Windborne Steel Wings. Hey, Catastrophe. Yeah, late start. Late start indeed. Since you're here, let's do the polls. So I haven't done those yet. Alright. And how's the sound today?
Hey, 指揮官。
Kent.
ケントだ。はじめまして、
Portland.
指揮官。
サウスダコタ級戦艦インディアナただいま母港に到着した。そこまで堅苦しくなくていいか。では改めてよう指揮官、会えて嬉しいぞ。これからは僕が勝利をくれてやる。
Hey, Indiana right away on the first 10 pull. Cool. Oh, I forgot to go over her stats and such. Well, we'll get her on the back on the way around. Or if she comes up again. So Oklahoma,
はじめまして。
Kinagasa,
私は
Repulse,
ん
Northampton,
指揮官さん。
Oklahoma,
お前が指揮官。
Tennessee. Alright, that was the first 10 pull. Well, that was pretty good for a first 10 pull. What do we got coming up?
君はこの艦隊の
Pensacola,
指揮官。だよ。
Suffolk,
だよ。
another Suffolk, Northampton,
あなたの指揮
Sussex,
官。ロンドン級の
Shropshire,
ヘイ、
Kent,
指揮官。ハロー、指揮官。
California,
少年。
Nevada, Northampton. Alright, after that 10 pull, congratulations. Exactly, what a nice girl. That's probably another Indiana right there.
あなたはもう
Deutschland.
この。
Yep,
サウスダコタ
another
級戦
Indiana.
艦インディアナただいま母港に到着した。そこまで堅苦しくなくていいか。では改めてよう指揮官、会えて嬉しいぞ。これからは僕が勝利をくれてやる。
Hey, at least we can say she's excited to come home. Alright, follow-up combo. Increases the ship's firepower by 15%. When the ship fires your main guns, fires a special barrage. When the ship's main guns or the special shell fired by the skilled defensive stance hits an enemy, it inflicts one stack of follow-up combo debuff. Each stack of follow-up combo increases that enemy's cannon damage taken from Indiana by 5%, can be stacked up to 4 times. So, she can get a 20% cannon damage debuff. That's not bad for a bossing battleship. 30 seconds after the battle starts, or when the enemy reaches a maximum of 4 stacks, a follow-up combo fires a special barrage. Fires again every 30 seconds after the first activation. Alright. Defensive stance. It increases the ship's AA by 15% and decreases your damage taken by 15%. When the ship fires your main guns, the following effects activate. 5 seconds later, displays a shield around your frontmost vanguard ship that negate up to 3 enemy shells. So, that's a little pointless. When the shield is destroyed, or when it expires, fires a special shell. Okay, so not quite as pointless, because it's always pretty much going to get destroyed. Fires a special shell. 1.5 after the shell, seconds after the shell is fired, redeploys the above shield around your frontmost Vanguard ship. The shield can be deployed up to 3 times in total. Number of times it can be redeployed resets when the ship fires her main guns. So wait, does that mean every time she fires a special shell? Well, every time the shield is destroyed, she fires a special shell. Their shield resets 1.5 seconds afterwards, then it's going to expire again, so she just fire the special shell again? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, Washington degenerates. Gundam pilot. Okay. Mixed bag. Another Deutschland. Portland. Huga. Kent. Shropshire. Norfolk. Portland. Sussex. Oh boy. Alright, I've still got capacity for a couple more. So far, Indiana's excited to come to my dock, but the other girls aren't. Shropshire. Kent. Nevada. Sussex. Alba. Shropshire. Oklahoma. Suffolk. There we go. Make up your mind, are you my personal ninja or you're a bodyguard? So she's got the futuristic rigging the Eagle Union girls are going with more and more. Alright, so she's elite. Don't expect a whole lot from her. From chrysalis to butterfly. What an elegant sounding skill. During battle, when any other ship in your fleet takes damage, 30% chance to increase the ship's stats by 5%. Can be stacked up to 5 times for a total of 20%. That's actually not terrible. For every 2 enemy aircraft shot down within your fleet's anti-aircraft range, which happens a lot, decrease the ship's damage taken by 2% until the battle ends. Can be stacked up to 4 times. So that's an 8% decrease. Okay. That's not super impressive. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. When the battle starts, and with a 30% chance every 15 seconds, deploys a smoke screen that increases evasion rate, which is awesome, by 40%. When the ship deploys a smoke screen, increases your Vanguard's torpedo by 15% for 10 seconds. So it's a standard torpedo skill, but it also buffs your Vanguard torpedo. That's not bad. I love Bell already just for having double blue skills. Okay, Washington. What do you degenerates have to say? Finally got our first Japanese exchange student. Another collection tier, however, at this point, let's call it what it is. Cute. That's not bad. Go Washington, you're actually tasteful. Alright, so we've got 1, 2 down. We need Pittsburgh and Fargo. And Fargo's the 5% girl, so we're not going to try super hard to get her. But Pittsburgh was very interesting to me when I looked at her in the data mine. Nevada. Indianapolis. Portland. Talon, out of left field. You're in the wrong event. And I'm out of GOG space. save the commons for upgrade fodder. And finish out the 10 pull. Norfolk, Sussex, Oklahoma, Portland, Bremerton. Well, at least it's the right kind of event. Pennsylvania. Alright. What's my dock space at? I can do 2 10 pulls. That's probably Bell again. Called it. Suffolk, California, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, you say, Pensacola, Norfolk, Chicago, Suffolk. Rip that 10 pull. Portland, Dorsetshire. That's a rare one. Norfolk, Suffolk. Here we go. Oh no.
そういえば挨拶のギフトを持ってくるのを忘れてたわ。お詫びに何でもいいから指揮官ちゃんが何かリクエストして。どんなことでもしていいわよ。
Okay, she both calls a Skikan-chan and she ara-aras. She is dangerous. Firestarter Shredders. Every 10 seconds, fires a special barrage. This barrage inflicts the burn ailment onto enemies hit. If your flagship is a battleship, and your flagship fires your main guns, applies the Shred debuff to burning enemies, inflicting armor break to them for 6 seconds and dealing 72 damage every second. I like this skill. I like this skill a lot. Guaranteed armor break. Awesome. Tipsy Windbreaker, and she's drinking. Lovely. When the battle starts, increases the ship's evasion by 15%, which is pretty decent. And gives her a special AA gun. So she's got a ghost AA gun. Cool, cool. Once per battle, when the ship HP falls below 30% as a result of damage taken, deploys a barrier that can negate damage equal to up to 3% of the ship's max HP. If this barrier is destroyed, restores 6% of the ship's max HP. So that's basically a 9% buffer. If this barrier expires, instead increases the ship's firepower and AA by 50% until the battle ends. So, there's 2 ways to look at this. Number 1, hey, it's a zombie skill. Number 2, this is a bossing skill. This is to give her survivability in a boss battle. And as she drops, this will negate and slow the fall. And of course, the longer she lasts, the more battleship salvos this skill is buffing. I really like her design. I really do. Okay, Washington degenerates, what say you? Yeah. No. Bad Washington. No cookie. Hiei. Suffolk. Sussex. Portland. Erebus. Alright, so we've got all 3. I'm willing to toss a couple more 10 pulls at these girls, but I need to create more dock space. Okay, so what are we at? So I can do 2 10 pulls before I run out of dock space. I'll give it 2 more chances to get Fargo, then we're calling it. Sussex, Oklahoma, Nevada, and the Pasta Girl, Kent, Pensacola. Okay, Oygen Tees, this isn't an Iron Blood event. Portland, Utica, Tennessee. Okay. Last chance. Can we pull Fargo? Queenie, California, Kent, Suffolk, California, Sussex, Nevada, Alba, Oklahoma, Shropshire. That would be a nope. No big deal. She'll drop, and if worst comes to worst, she'll be in the event shop. No biggie. Not throwing more cubes at a 5% girl. So I need to create some space in the dorm, and this is how we're going to do that.
指揮官君って本当にすごいわ。私もストラスルールが引いた調べはのんびりとしていると。そうね。褒めてくれて感謝するわ。
And if anyone's wondering why I'm, quote, wasting XP books on getting these girls from 100 to 105, I'm not too far off of the cap on these white books. You can only carry 3,000, so you might as well use them. Because you can't carry any more after 3,000. Okay, so we've got Bell, Pittsburgh, and Indiana. The heck kind of dance is that, Indiana? Belle's just kind of waving and doing her thing, and Pittsburgh looks like she's drunk. How delightful. Let's see. So let's clear up all the commons as enhancement fodder.
嘘偽りも裏切り力はその日の政務を語って手足の先がポカポカして検査ね理想がもっとフィットしたんじゃないちょっと検査お願いね母校のトレーニング機材は意外と
Okay. That cleared up my dock space. Oh, I ought to look over the voice lines.
護衛は警護対象の身の安全だけでなく日常の世話もしなきゃならないのだから指揮官何かリクエストがあったらベルに声をかけてね
Didn't we have an Iron Blood sub that wanted to be our bodyguard just now? That school event?
指揮官ベルはここにいるよ今日のお仕事内容を全部まとめておいたの
Oh, cool. That means I can take the day off. So that's funny. Looks at butterflies, and the wind comes and she grabs her skirt to keep it from flying up. Yeah, that's cute.
長所とか得意なこととかはないけど、守ることに関してはちゃんとできる自信があるの。だから
Okay.
ね、艦隊のみんなの護衛はベルに任せて。眉を突き破り、夜行鳥のように舞う忍び。これからは影の護衛たちの見せ場ってこと。
She's got her head in the clouds, doesn't she?
指揮官、こないだの映画はどうだった？ベルはね、登場した忍者がすっごくかっこいいって思ったの。影の中で黙々と主を守る存在、まさに理想的な護衛だったもん。
Interesting.
ご本。指揮官の護衛として指揮官がちゃんと休めるよう監督する責任もあって、だから早く休憩をとって、仕事はひとまずベルに任せればいいよね。
Man, she really doesn't want us to work.
大丈夫大丈夫、ベルがそばについてるからね。
Okay, I'm kind of scared how she's going to react to this.
指揮官、そういうのは。
But okay, she's not going to kill us. That's a good thing.
指揮官、これはちょっと恥ずかしいよ。新しい任務が来たね。ベルも出た方がいいかな。任務完了。どんな報酬がもらえるかな。楽しみ。
I mean, she's cute.
指揮官、メールだよ。ここに置いていい？
Seems to be obsessed with ninjas.
指揮官、お疲れ様。まずはコーラでも飲んで、リラックスリラックス。
Grab a cola and relax.
指揮官の護衛は
Oof.
必要じゃなさそうだね。
Oof. That hits you right in the feels.
依頼完了っと。指揮官、早く確認してみて。これはみんなを守るための力。みんなを守るよ。
It's very protective.
撤退ルートは私が確保する。ここは踏ん張らないと。ごめんね、勝利はベルたちのものなの。させないよ、させないよ、
I actually like that. Short and sharp.
させないよ。
That's what skill lines should be.
護衛は
Alright.
警護対象の身の安全だけでなく、日常の世話もしなきゃならないの。だから指揮官、何かリクエストがあったらベルに声をかけてね。
Cute. Alright,
どこ
Indiana.
にいる駆逐艦や潜水艦の子たちは僕を見るなり口をつぐんだり顔色を変えたりするんだが、僕は何か変なことでもしてしまったのかな。
That's got to be related to her service history, which I haven't looked at too deeply. And with that rigging, I thought she was a shoo-in for to be a Guam a sister of Guam.
指揮官、戻ってきたか。一人でこの仕事をするのはつまらなくてしょうがないが、お前は一体どうやって毎日こなしてたんだ？
That's because you're a fighter, not an officer.
100体、いや、1000体の敵と戦う方がマシだ。
There's a reason officers have the word office in their names.
母校のトレーニング機材は意外と充実してるな。指揮官、これからは僕ともっと鍛えに行かないか？筋肉をつけるのはもちろん、頭を冴えさせるのにも役立つぞ。
AKA Musclehead.
おとぎ話の勇者を模倣するだけでは
Just makes you a worthless moron.
それはただの馬鹿げた無謀だ。指揮官、お昼の時間だ。ほら、ステーキとフルーツサラダ、あとプロテインとケールのミックスシェイクも用意したから、ヘルシーで栄養たっぷりだぞ。急に顔色を変えてどうした？
She even eats like a musclehead.
策略？ああ、 策略が優位に立たせてくれるのはもちろん知っているが、敵に真正面から立ち向かう方がもっと血湧き肉踊るし、勝った時の達成感もひとしおだろ。
Yep, she's brawn, not brains.
戦闘任務か。
What's this? What's her... The heck is this?
他のところはがっしりしてるのに、ここはもっちりしてるって。何バカなことを抜かしてやがる。
That was a whole bunch of Nani and Baka.
何か用か。指揮官、任務はしっかりこなすんだ。僕に注意されるのは
Sure you
変
do.
なことか。任務完了の報酬か。サプリメントのランダムボックスが売ってるらしいが、一丁
Oh,
運試しと行きた
you're
い
a
な。
gacha addict. What the heck are you doing? Is that... Okay.
指揮官、メールが届いた。僕が予約した雑誌も来てるな。
Like a DBZ move.
ご苦労だ指揮官。ほら、プロテインでも飲んで筋肉に栄養を取らせろ。
Again, musclehead.
指揮官は僕に頭を使わせる数少ないやつだと思ったんだ
What, you
な。
want to use your brain?
委託組が戻ってきたようだな。道中制裁に戦えただろうか。力が増えるのを感じるぞ。インディアナの力を見な。
Yeah.
イージーだな。次はもっと手強いやつを出してくれないか。
Too easy.
大丈夫だ。一時撤退は敗北を意味するものじゃない。強くなってから出直しだ。
Okay.
まだまだ。まだまだ。
That's a good line. Look at her face.
滅びろ。
Whoa.
滅びろ。
That's a good line. And we're probably going to hear that a lot, given how that blue skill's set up.
私、指揮官ちゃんにはもうちょっと面白くなってほしいな、なんて。
Are you kidding? You don't look like you're kidding.
指揮官ちゃん、仕事を始める前に
Straighten your outfit out, huh?
整えるのを手伝って
There's not much to your outfit to straighten. What the heck are you doing?
検査ね。首筋以外ならどこでも構わないわ。どこから始めたらいいか困ってるならお手本
Uh
見せて
huh.
あげる。
I'm sure. What's with the neck?
指揮官ちゃん、私をじっと見つめるだけで何が楽しいの？
Uh huh.
何かしたいならすればいいじゃない。ファイルがどこにあるか当ててみて。もちろん私の服には入ってないけど。
Butt? I don't like that sound of that butt.
マッキースポート。指揮官ちゃんはどこでそれを知ったの？からかったらお仕置きよ。
McKee's port. I'd have to look at her service history. There's probably something about that.
胸元のボタン？ああ。もちろんわざとよ。
Of course you did. Look at that face she's making. Look at that.
マッキースポート胸元のボタン。はい。これでもう満足？指揮官。
That wasn't suggestive at all. Nope.
何かそそのかしてるの？
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
指揮官ちゃん、もうちょっと進んだテクを教えてもいい？
A little trick, huh?
お互い
I'm sure it would. Oh boy.
つまんない任務はさっさとこなしてきて。後で楽しいのを見せてあげるから。
Later fun. Okay.
任務完了のご褒美に別に興味はないけど、
You want to be rewarded, huh?
指揮官ちゃんが私にくれるご
Look
褒
at
美
her
は
rigging go.
すごく興味あるわ。
It's doing stretches and following her hands. That's awesome. That's a really cool detail.
指揮官ちゃん、あなた宛てのメールよ。なんでもないの。
Rate something on you, huh?
紙じゃなくて体に書い
She
たら
is
どうなのかな。
extremely suggestive.
指揮官、おかえり。別に酔ってないわよ。だってジュース一杯だけだし、そもそも酔うなんてことあるわけないでしょ。顔が熱いのって
Oh God.
じゃあ別な場所でも確かめてみてよ。
What a personality.
指揮官ちゃんがこんな人とはね。つまらないわ。
Oof. Moving along.
委託組が戻ってきた。どうする？一度切り上げちゃ
Cut
う？
what short? What are you being suggestive about?
理想がもっとフィットしたんじゃない？ちょっと検査お願いね。
Uh-huh.
指揮官ちゃんとだけの時間を邪魔しない
Uh-oh,
で。
she wants alone time.
ちょっとつまんなかったぐらい楽勝ね。ねえ指揮官ちゃん、もっと楽しいことでもしない？
Something more fun, you say.
きっと台風が原因ね。ちょっと首筋がしびれそうね。
What a pain in the neck. Alright, what's your skill line?
バイパーにだって劣らないわ。 バイパーにだって劣らないわ。
That's kind of wishy-washy.
バイパーにだって劣らないわ。
A little long, and it's delivered... Yeah, not a fan of that line.
私、指揮官ちゃんにはもうちょっと面白く
Alright,
なってほ
that's
しい
the
ね。
three of the new girls. Alright. Oh. Let's clear up the housekeeping. Alright, let's get to it. Welcome back, Catastrophe. I went through all the girls' skill lines, or voice lines. That Pittsburgh is something. Okay. What do I have? I mean, I could do this one. I think I've trained her skill, haven't I?
指揮官さん、
I
おば
have.
あちゃんにお手紙を送ったんです。ここが指揮官さんと女の子がいっぱいいる楽しいところって書いたんですよ。あ、今度指揮官さんにもおばあちゃんのことを紹介しますね。
I guess it's time for some DOA. Oh, actually. Hang on. Take it off you. Yeah, let's grab a white shell. There we go. There's one that's not being used. Yep, I got Pittsburgh. She's something. I wish the unique augments weren't quite so expensive. Zero. Wait, what? Gets no. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Alright. It's leveling Northern Parliament ships. Let's do Subi and Agnavoy, I guess. This is true because they came with her on the event. Usually it's 21k. But still, that's a lot. Let's get my babysitting team. And I need to get Honoka in the dorm. There you go. Alright, let's get into it. Oof. You went all the way through 200k coin? Ouch. Yeah, I didn't go quite that high. Blue skies, white clouds, and a dreamlike paradise surrounded by the sea. The Samoan Islands care little for the change of seasons. Among these tropics was a fleet of ship girls dashing across the glittering waves. What a pretty picture. Lady Nagato, Haratsuki, and I will arrive at the objective soon. I haven't seen anything unusual yet, but I do get this uncanny feeling. It was cloudy this whole time, then it suddenly turned sunny as soon as we approached the island. Even if it looks peaceful on the surface, it's same to assume some twisted illusion hangs over the sea. Understood. Rest assured, milady, we will handle this. You take care too. We'll come back as soon as our mission has concluded. Shimato hung up, then looked at Haratsuki and said something to her. Haratsuki. They kicked their engines into high gear and separated, leaving hundreds of Shikigami in their wake. Shikigami created a cherry-pink magic circle. Dragon God, everything is set up. We can breach whenever you're ready. Good. With these Shikigami created with Lady Nagato's help, we will sneak inside this massive illusion. Shikigami Serpent, unleash your divine might. Oh, okay. You got everybody in 510 pulls, so you did a lot of gear. Ah, gotcha. Yugo Union Samoa, campsite. The afternoon sun shone on the island, casting shadows of trees on the ground. Last night was great. The hours really flew by too. Next thing you know, it's late in the night. I feel dizzy. I don't know how you did it. You actually got drunk off soda. She's a lightweight. Give me another. Come by. Doesn't look like she'll be up anytime soon. Girl, the herring you made yesterday went well with a cocktail, but I can't deny it was pretty interesting. Ooh, is that acknowledgement I hear? Acknowledgement that herring is good? I admit it. Besides, herring is rich in protein, so it's a power food for building muscle. Does physical exercise even, have an effect on our bodies? Is there any science behind that? Don't need any science. All you need is belief and determination. And motivation. Uh-huh. Belief, determination, and hang on. We're getting off topic here. Canned herring. What do you think about it? Well, everything you cooked up yesterday was good, except for that canned herring. Damn. So partial success. That's not nearly good enough for me, though. I'll nail it next time. Wait, we're doing this again? Again and again until you're all local for the canned herring. Well, I suppose the comics I read did you do train themselves to stomach anything. Fine if I must. Getting drunk from juice is not being a lightweight. That's a full-blown metabolism disorder. Relax. I'm not going to put you through torture. It was just a joke. Anyway, thanks for the feedback, y'all. I'll focus on modifying the recipe and making it more palatable next time. Atta girl. Keep at it, and one day you'll cook up something we can all stomach. Aw, thanks. Hey, where's Fargo? She's still sleeping? Fargo is the opposite of a sleepyhead. She got up early this morning and she's got something to do. Huh? Something to do? Oh, crap. That reminds me, a tourist party from Soccer Empire is coming here today. Well, she sobered up fast. I shouldn't have drank all that dang soda. Come on, let's clean up the place quick and get ready to greet our guests. Maggie's leading the delegation. They may be tourists, but that doesn't mean we can slack on their reception. Beep beep. Picked up fast. Awake already? The tourists, Fargo. Where are they? Calm down. I've set the table for them. Wash up, put on a change of clothes, and come to Pier 3 where I am. Professional as always. Way to go, Fargo. You heard her, girls. Get yourself in order, then it's time to speak to the Soccerans. This place is about to get busy. Boom. Huh? Did you hear that? Did a Tory gate just appear out of nowhere over there? I'm not seeing things, am I? A Tory gate that was certainly not there a minute ago had appeared in a flat, grassy field not far from them. Stranger yet, they saw two ship girls donning soccer attire on the other side of the gate. With a casual stride, they emerged from it. You must be the Eagle Union Fleet stationed here. Ahem. I am Shimanto, and this is Haratsuki. We're here on behalf of Lady Nagato. Could you point us to your leader? It's important. So Shimanto's asking us to take her to our leader. Okay. That'd be me. I'm Indiana, the boss around here. We're on vacation, so we've not exactly been stationed anywhere. Excuse me. Vacation? Seems that us simply being here is enough to dispel the cognitive tampering caused by the illusion. That's okay. I still have another trick up my sleeve. Hold still. Shimano suddenly took a step forward and stuck a paper towel on Indiana's forehead. It burst into a cherry pink light upon contact before falling apart into strips. What did you do to me? Don't be alarmed. I simply used an external means to break the illusion spell on you. Do you remember now? Do you remember your original mission? Yeah, we're the fleet holding the fort here at Samoa, and I'm the flagship. We're not on a damn vacation. This is serious business. I don't get it, though. How did I forget that till just now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm glad you snapped out of it. Appreciate it. Now, can you explain how you got here and how you worked that were under some sort of spell? Aratsuki and I were originally on the Samoan Islands together with Lady Nagato. As for how we got here, the thing that happened to you just happened over there, too. Strange foes appeared just as it occurred. We managed to break the illusion and somehow hold on to the islands, but then we lost contact with the base in the nearby Marshall Islands. Lady Nagato realized how serious the situation was and foresaw that an all-out war between us was inevitable if we didn't do something. Therefore, we decided to try to get in contact with you, as in the Eagle Union. We tried to call every base of yours we knew of, but none of them would answer. Wait, are you saying every last one of our bases has been affected by this illusion? Yes, that's the only explanation. Anyway, Lady Nagato then dispatched us to this island, as it was the closest to us. Man, I almost can't believe what I'm hearing. On behalf of all of us, thanks for reaching out to us. If it weren't for you, I'd have been none the wiser to any of this. How's the Sacred Empire dealing with all this? Do you need our help? Thanks, but we're okay. You should be more concerned with the situation over at your own bases. Take these talismans. You can use them to wake people up from the illusion. Sorry, I should add, you'd be wise to accept this gift from the Dragon God. Thanks, you saved our bacon today, and we will not forget that. You're welcome. Now, if you'll please excuse us, we'll get back to Lady Nagato. Breaking the illusion will make the weather return to normal, by the way. It'll be cloudy, so get ready for that. If you want my advice, bring your umbrellas and raincoats. Oh boy. Are we in for a typhoon? No, hopefully this team should blow right through this low-level chaff. I'm not going to bother 3-starring the hard stages. I'll do that on the easy stages with low cost fleet. Honoka special. Okay. Collaboration girls. Oh boy, Pittsburgh in that. So, of the three, I'd say Pittsburgh has the most personality, but what a personality. Oh my god. I'm doing C2 with 115 to Audacious and Vestal. You're using 3 ships. Well, I'm using 3 ships to be fast. I'm sure I could do it with 1. But I started late, so I need to use up a little bit of oil to hurry up. The magics of 6 UR ships in the other fleet. Point. I suppose the cross-fleet barrages help out quite a bit. So it looks like I got what I wanted when it came to Indiana. Something that's a little more bossing focused. Pretty sure at that we're good at the point where you can clear CMAP mobs with an AR and a gunless casino. Yeah, probably. Basic Kuratakami. Kiratamati. No response. Basic AF. No response. Port at PH. No response. Basic SD. No response. I've tried to contact each and every one of our bases across the Pacific now. None of them have answered. Shimato wasn't kidding then. This situation is far, far more serious than I thought. It is possible that our communicators simply don't have the signal strength necessary since we haven't fully lifted the illusion yet. For all we know, the bases may be unreachable due to plane jamming. That's true. But also, can you tell that we've not eliminated the illusion fully yet? My recon plane spotted an approaching fleet, affiliation unknown. Their external identifiers match with Sakura mass-produced ships, but only by 35.75%. They're shrouded in black mist, making further identification impossible. Here's a picture my planes took. Interesting. They're covered in black mist, alright. Looks like a lot like the corrosion entities the commander told us about. Only thing is that intel said they can't be identified at all, yet you said you recognize at least part of them. Back this data up just to be safe. We'll send it to SD once we got a signal again. I know. You know, when we were dreaming or whatever, didn't we say some soccer and tourists were coming soon? Looking at the clock, I think our tourists are the enemy. You might be right. If we hadn't snapped out of it, that might have been the end for our base here. But we did snap out of it. Enemies lost the element of surprise. Let's give them a head-on battle. Don't stop shooting till they're all fish food. Okay. It's a Master Magi. It's about to get one shot. Oh wow, she actually stood up to the volley. That Agna boy. Exactly, that's why you don't mess with cuteness. The Union fleet tore through the enemy with overwhelming momentum, coming face to face with their leader. Kaboom! Heads up, I've sighted their command unit. Come now, reveal your true self to us. All cannons, fire! Kaboom. Dots. Hee hee. The instant before the shell could hit, the being donning a fox mask vanished in a cloud of pink smoke, leaving not a trace. She disappeared? How? We're not dealing with any regular old pawn here. A Metadon? Or a new kind of siren? It seems our visitor was going by someone known as a Magi. Does anyone have any information on this person? Nope. There's no one named Amagi among the Sakura Empire's current leadership. Yeah, sorry. I don't do politics or whatever. Are you our local Sakura expert, Belle? Don't you know anything? Sakura expert. Right, she's a frickin' weeaboo. I mean, I only watch their movies and read their manga. I've never heard of anyone named Amagi. I guess we'll have to re-establish contact with the SD before we can figure out who she is. Catch your breaths and we'll head out again. We're going to Kiritamati. Why Kiritamati? Their radio equipment is more advanced than what's here. Maybe we can reach another base from there. That's not all. Any of you notice where those misty things were coming from? Just from their bearing, the chances are pretty high they came from Kiritamati. If true, that could also mean the fleet station there is in some deep shit. We're the closest allied fleet to them, so we're obliged to assist. Alrighty then. Herald of the Herring Age, huh? That's quite a name for a stage. So, Catastrophe, you use battleships a little bit more than I do. Do you find Pittsburgh's guaranteed armor break interesting?
Hey! 今こそどっちの装備が上か思い知らせる時だ。
Not really, huh?
可愛いハート撃ちます。
I mean, granted, Guam does the same thing.
ハロー指揮官、私はカリフォル
Armor break's fine, but wish she had more HP evasion. I suppose there's only so much you can do with the Baltimore stat baseline.
今こそどっちの装備が上か思い知らせる時だ。可愛いハート撃ちます。
Well, keep in mind with her skills, she gets an evasion rate, not a flat evasion buff, not a rate buff, just a flat evasion buff, and effectively a 9% HP buffer.
盛り上がってき
BB Fleet Vanguards need more beef than CV ones because BBs don't screen clear. This is true. This is very true.
よーし気合い入れていくぞ。
I remember talking to another player who liked using Unicorn in their boss fleet because of Unicorn screen clear.
可愛いの威力思い知ります。
She'd be so much more useful in your mob fleet, but you use her in your boss fleet for screen clear. Okay.
よーし気合い入れていくぞ。 可愛いハート撃ちます。
Pittsburgh at around Portland retrofit, which isn't much these days.
ほのかスペシャ
Still,
ル。
Portland retrofit's not terrible, but yeah, it's not top tier meta.
ロンドン級の盛り上がって
As the fleet approached Kiritamati, the dark clouds overhead suddenly and instantly cleared. Figures. Weather anomaly ignores the laws of nature. Fargo, what do you see on the island? Nothing abnormal. My recon planes don't see any signs of fighting, or anyone preparing to fight for that matter. I can see the logic behind bossing Unicorn. Well, I can see it in World War 14, but for otherwise, there's good alternatives, like, say... Why am I blanking? They didn't answer our calls, though. That's true. My confidence index is at 94.75%. The effects of the jamming would be eliminated at this close range. Yeah, it's pretty safe to assume they've got it just as bad as we did back on Samoa. The things we saw with our own eyes. The photos taken by the recon plane. The sea and the sky changing in the blink of an eye. It all points to this place being affected by the illusion. If Shimato didn't wake up the people stationed here, there's a good chance the island's already been taken over. And we gotta get in there and save them. Yes, but carefully. We know that the illusion distorts your very perception of the world. It might paint us as the enemy, like how it tricked us into thinking that those enemies were Sakura tourists. If it comes to it, we'll just have to stick these talismans on their foreheads. It worked on us, so it should work on them, right? How do we even get close to them, though? Shimanto used a Torii Gate portal, and that ain't exactly an Eagle Union standard issue. Val, got any ideas? Why do you all keep turning to me? I'm just a girl who likes Sakura movies and manga. Actually, wait, I do remember watching a movie where they made a portal. They held the tag between their fingers and threw it forward while shouting something cool. It could work! Elle took one of the talismans and placed it between her fingers just as she had seen in the movie. Amazingly, the talisman began to pulsate with cherry pink light at a set rate, like it was breathing. That actually worked. I can't believe it. Don't forget to yell something. Right, yeah, how about Saccharine Talisman, dispel the stream. Talisman turned into a glowing arrow and flew across the water's surface. It vanished in the air, and in its place appeared a Torii Gates. So this is how they showed up out of nowhere. I hope they don't mind us copying them. Hell yeah, good job, Belle. Don't thank me. Thank Shimanta for giving us these talismans. Good job, both of you, Don. Let's go through the gate and save some peeps. Independence, that's who I was thinking of. Oh, yep, Catastrophe came up with the same line. I was trying to think of Independence, but my mind blinked onto the name. Alright, oh... Who's got a good... Who's got a good cross fleet on this one? I don't think any of them really have a unique cross fleet at this point.
This この通信機を同志指揮官に預ければ、私とあなたしかわからない。しかも絶対に安全な通信チャンネルでつながっているわ。つまり私がいない時に。指揮官様、この後の予定は、数週間も連れ回すようなことではありません。1日2日、いいえ、数時間でよければ。デートのお誘いをしても
okay, she does get a cross fleet.
よろしいですか？
All I remembered was that she buffed CAHE damage. Pacific Ocean, Kiritamati, nearby waters, inside the illusion's borders. Smoke so thick it blotted out the night sky hung above. Warning sirens rang through the air. From sea to land, everything was ablaze. Judging by the topography, this appears to be the Long Island defense line near NY City. NY City? I thought we were going to Kiritamati. Doubt it be so simple. We're playing by the illusion's rules. Fargo, can you see anything else? There's supposed to be way more defensive structures ever since the front line was attacked. Those are nowhere to be seen. If I had to guess, this illusion is a recreation of the day of the attack. That's the day that when the Commander Baltimore and Victorious pushed Black Tester. Dewey's station was on Kiritamati back then, and it just so happened to be at the defense line. Maybe illusion latches on to past trauma, so if so, Dewey is in danger, not just her, but her whole garrison. Where are they? I'm still looking. Let me expand the search range. Judging from my latest recon footage, the sirens have all been wiped out. No offense to Dewey and her fleet, but they couldn't possibly have fended off all those sirens by themselves. Yeah, I doubt it. Something's up. Found them. There's a fleet heading to land. I can see Dewey, Halsey Powell, and even Hazelwood. Thank God. We should link with them and me. Wait, there's a stranger among them, wearing a mask. That's not all. I see the same quasi-soccer and mass-produced ships from earlier. Oh no, those girls have no idea. There's still time. Let's charge in there and save them. Okay. Oh hey, there's a fax mask icon. Crimson Illusion. Vandelt's Battlefield. Healing effect decreased by 10%. Damage dealt increases by 5%. Well, that sucks. I don't think I need healing, though. Honaka Special. Oh. Do all of the Northern Parliament destroyers give +1 DD firepower? Everything, the meta thing to do. Preload healers is a very Amagi thing, though. Yes, yes it is. It's extremely Amagi thing. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see Amagi as a Type 2 rigging as a carrier. Because Amagi 2 was a thing. Subi doesn't give firepower. I suppose there's only one way to find out. Let's pull up the wiki. I think CD Amagi Kai is what we're heading for, yeah. Well, I'm thinking Type 2 rigging is a quote Amagi 2. That would be neat to see. Pacific Ocean, Kiritamati, Yugyun Sakura Empire, Joint Fleet. Present time. The motley fleet sailed gently onward through the blazing seas. The fence line had suffered catastrophic damage following the intense fighting. Though the shipgirls fought for dear life trying to prevent this, their best simply was not enough. Why, how could this happen? We defeated all the sirens, and they still caused all this damage. The line fell all because of us. We were weak. No, that's not true. It wasn't your fault. There were so many of them, and so few of you. As important as this line of defense is, you could never have protected it alone. You not only survived the battle, you even repelled the first attack. You should be commended for that. Thank you, Amagi. Next major event is JP Anniversary, so there's going to be a soccer in UR. Might as well be Amagi too. Yeah, but another UR aircraft carrier? And thank you for helping us. Without you, we'd be on the bottom of the sea by now. You're welcome. My conscience wouldn't let me stand by and leave an ally to their fate. You know, this wouldn't have happened if you had more support. Instead, your higher-ups rerouted forces away from here. I saw the writing on the wall and came here, hoping to resolve your manpower shortage. Alas, I was too late. The Siren's next attack could come any minute. You should leave as soon as possible. Come with me and we'll retreat inland. Beep beep. This is Indiana. Dewey, what's your status? Indiana, why are you here? What do you think? Save your asses. Pittsburgh, Fargo, Herring, and Bell are all here with me. We're glad you came for us, but I'm afraid it's too late. Although we managed to push back the first wave of sirens, the defense line has been utterly destroyed. Worse yet, we're unable to reach anyone nearby. You're the only ones who have come to our help. You should stick around. The Siren Command Unit has yet to show itself, so our next attack could come at any second. We're going to pull back with the Sakharin delegation. You should come with us. We need to retreat and regroup, then we can mount a new defense. What was that? You're going to retreat? Affirmative. I hate to admit it, but we are woefully unprepared to fend off another assault at the moment. The Sirens are going all out. This line is only one of the many fortification rounds of the Eagle Union that they're attacking. To think that the capital fleets were so far away at such a crucial moment. Regardless, staying here is foolish. Retreating and conserving your strength is your best option. Nobody asked you for your advice, Amagi. Yeah, keep it yourself, you manipulative monster. Monster? But she saved our lives. No, listen up, Dewey. None of what she did for you is real. This is a dream, an illusion she conjured up to exploit your weaknesses. My fleet wasn't there when the line was attacked, but we looked into what happened after the fact. Sirens caught you off guard, caused serious damage to the line. That's all true. But that's not the whole story, is it? Sirens sent a huge force at you, but you stood your ground, fighting till the end. None of you even thought about giving up. Despite having no backup, despite the huge gap in strength, you held the line. Held the line. Sorry. With the aid of one person in particular. And that person was not a cloaca. One person. Wait. Farragut class destroyer. Dewey reporting for duty. I'm another Farragut class destroyer, Alwyn, reporting for duty. Are you two from the defense line? Yes, we are, Miss Victorious. What about the others? The diversion force managed to draw off the Siren's attention away, giving us the opportunity to retreat with the wounded, but after that, we'd like to check back with the others, but the Siren fleet is blocking the way back. It's too much for us, just us to handle. But as long as you're here, Commander, you'll think of something, right? Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry, you've done well. With the Commander's help, we'll get through this. The Goddess of Victory is with you. We'll keep you two just safe. Just stay behind us. Victorious, we received a transmission from Juno in Birmingham, informing us that they made contact with an elite Siren. Commander, we should go save them. Shuffling my outside fleets, where my alt doesn't do gotcha pulls, and there's not going to be bossing backliners outside of gotcha. It's basically all PR ships left. I remember now, the commander fought with us and we won that day. No Sakharin delegation came by back then either. But then, who are you? So you've opened your eyes. And with outside help, I didn't think you'd wake up so quickly. Memories can be powerful things, I suppose. This is interesting. Very interesting. Now that you've awoken, enjoy your perpetual stay. The moment her fake identity was stripped away, the masked person laid bare her rigging, while black mist coiled up around her body. Oh, that's not sinister at all whatsoever. Similarly sinister, mass-produced ships too began radiating a foreboding aura the very next moment. Oh no! Gone was the warm embrace of safety the dream gave him, replaced entirely with a bursting lust for blood. All of a sudden, a Tortigate appeared in the sky with a flash of pinkish light. Their savior leaped out of it. Shimato! What? Nope. Not Shimato. Leave! Our destroyers alone! Okay, Indiana. Calm down. Relentless cannon fire rained down upon the mass-produced ships, forcing the masked figure to back off. What? Did you just jump out of the sky? Yes, that she did. That's so cool! If you got something to say it to me, monster. Girls, the wolf in sheep's clothing is show her true colors. Let's kick her ass and get the hell out of here. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, you made a rule on your oh, that you can't use gacha ships, right?
可愛いハート打ちます。ほのかスペシャル。
That's got to be hard to follow.
シークラスく盛り上がってきました。
The masked figure didn't put up too much of a struggle as the arrival of Indiana's fleet caught her by surprise. She fought back merely for form's sake for a while, ultimately disappearing in a pinkish mist just like last time. With their command unit now gone, the rest of her fleet quickly fell into chaos and was disposed of. Illusion's grip on the island disappeared. SI backliners are FTG, Enterprise, and Monarch or Richelieu. By the time the ship girls returned to Kiritamati, it was already evening. We're back to Kiritamati. Gosh, that was too realistic for just a dream. We're sorry we failed you like this by falling for the illusion. If you hadn't been there, I fear we wouldn't have survived. Don't feel bad about it. You fought valiantly against an extremely cunning enemy. Truth be told, we also fell for the illusion and had to be saved. In our case, it was Shimanto and Hirutsuki. Keep doing that. Those two are the real deal, not like that fake fox lady. Sakura saved you. Were they in Smo? They're also attacked by an unidentified enemy, just like we were. Also, the enemy disguised themselves as Sakurans, so they wanted to get to us first before any misunderstandings could happen. Worst case scenario, the whole Pacific's fallen for this illusion. But as long as we can keep fighting, things will be okay. I hope so. Oh, I've got a question. You used some cool portal thingy to get here, right? What was that? That was just Torigate made with special talismans Shimanto gave us. They're for getting inside these illusory dimensions. Also for removing the effect the illusion has on your mind. We didn't even need to this time, though. Oh yeah, we didn't even use them. I didn't really do anything cool. I just copied what I saw in the movie once. Okay. If you'll excuse me for butting in, I have finished recounting the area. I'll cut to the chase. Most of the automated production facilities have fallen into enemy hands. Also, as far as I can see, they're using Kiritamati as their base of operations to dispatch forces to other islands across the Pacific. I estimate there is a 99.95% chance the fleet that attacked Samoa came from here. And they're running a coordinated operation here. We can't let them just walk all over us. Dewey, you're coming with me. We'll recapture the island's command facilities and get in touch with the HQ. If anything gets in our way, we'll smash it. Trying to get Haku online, then Kearsarge. Yep. Oh, Monarch is pretty decent.
よーし、気合い入れていくぞ。
So what, your rule is you can only use ships that you obtain in drops?
可愛いハート打ちます。
Or PR, of course.
ほのかスペシャル。
He's Taku with her
ユニオンの最初の徳が
Fate Sim
盛り上がってきま
is
す。
a lot better at operating solo without Shinano. Oops. I forgot to go after the elite. Drops, gifts, PR. Okay.
よーし、気合い入れていくぞ。 可愛いハート打ちます。
So you could use Laffy too, for example.
ほのかスペシャル。可愛いハート打ちます。可愛いハートスペシャル。
Hey, It's Hornet.
わた
かわいいの威力。
Yeah, I'm using L2.
よーし、気合い入れていくぞ
Also Morgador, but I wasn't playing on him out during
ー。
her
かわいい
event.
ハート撃ちます。かわいいハートまとめて吹っ飛ばす。ほのかスペシャル。
I'm surprised you didn't fire it up just to get get Morgador on your ult then.
ロンドン級の盛りよーし、気合い入れていくぞ
So, question. Since New Jersey, Shinano, and Shimakaze are now basically pity rewards for 400 pulls on the event heavy and special pulls. Well, even
盛り上が
blight
って
pool.
きましたね
Do they count as gifts? Oh, deployment season at work, you were too busy. Gotcha.
今こそどっちの装備が上か思い知らせる時だかわいいハート撃ちます
Darn deployment season.
撃ちますほのかスペシャル
There goes that Amadi.
あんたが指揮官全盛り上がってきましたね
Wait, you're doing absolutely no pulls at all? Kiritamati, command the communication facility sometime later. In the end, the superior communications equipment on Kiritamati still couldn't connect them to their base at SD. But, lucky for the girls, they received a call from a surprising person. This is Enterprise, flagship of the Pacific Fleet. I thought we'd completely lost Kiritamati. Thank God you're still alive and kicking. Whoever's in command, could you brief me on the current situation? Enterprise? Ah, you're okay. That's such a relief. Well, to make a long story short, you're not in command, Pittsburgh. Whatever. I see, so not even Samoa was safe from the illusion. You handled the situation well. We sort to you as soon as we realized that Kiritamati was on the brink of falling, en route to your location as we speak. Any idea what's happened in the Pacific? Do you know who the enemy is or what's happened to our SD base? I don't know a thing, sorry, I was hoping you did. All I can tell you is that there's jamming all across the entire Pacific, and all of our bases have been affected by the illusion. It's not limited to the Pacific, though. It's affecting our SD base, NY City, and even DC. We can't reach any of them. Well, it's possible it's just due to the jamming. I think we should assume the worst has come to be. My God. Did the illusion affect you too, and you escaped it? Yeah, I had a dream about... No pulls to clear event missions, and I appear to retire any ships to pull. Okay. Flames. Flames as far as the eye can see. Among the inferno, a stranger, yet familiar all the same. Come to have a chat, huh? No, there are still things I must do. I don't have any time to waste. Okay. Leave. It's time to wake up. The woman shook her hand, enveloping everything in flames. Just like that, the illusion was broken. Dramatic much? Actually, it's not that important. What matters is that the illusion isn't unbreakable. We're all awake and trying to win this battle. There have to be others. In NDCNY, there must be other people who will welcome. For now, we just have to do what we can and have faith in our comrades. Agreed. I'm transferring command to you. What's our plan now? As we've established, contact has been lost with practically every base we have in the Pacific. That includes the bases at PH and AF. They have massive amounts of supplies and equipment, and plenty of personnel too. I've heard nothing from them. If those two bases fall into enemy hands, the situation will get much more difficult for us. Our top priority should be to help those we can and build up the forces necessary to recapture those two bases. Understood. Bunker Hill and some others are currently engaging the enemy. They came from the base on the Marshall Islands. I suspect it was a Soccer surprise attack on account of their looks, but I've completely eliminated that possibility thanks to the intel you've just provided. I forwarded the intel to Bunker Hill and given her orders not to provoke any Soccer bases. Until we recapture PH and AF, we're stuck playing defense. Fortunately, you bought us a lot of time retaking Kiritamati. You might even have saved our rears. Once we've verified all of our bases have survived, we'll focus on waking up as many of our people as... Let me stop you there. I agree that waking up people is high on our to-do list, but the enemy has a huge upper hand on us, and we can't contact anyone. Spreading our forces too thin is way too dangerous. I know, my plan accounts for that. We're not going to split up, we'll just send out aircraft to awaken people. The planes can use one of those talismans to create an entrance into the illusion, drop another one to awaken someone, then strike at the enemy if impossible. How does that sound? Yeah, it's easier said than done. It'd take inhuman precision to drop talismans right onto someone's forehead. I think a more effective approach would be to contact those under the illusion directly, like we did with Dewey's group. True, that's not an easy drop to make. Not many options then. We'll just have to spread out as little as possible while carrying out our objectives in by order of priority. Even then, the risk of that the enemy will detect us and eliminate our isolated rescue fleets. All we need to do is reach out to them. My drones are more than enough for the job. My Fargo direct drones can airdrop packages of talismans and even play audio. Our aircraft can concentrate on escorting forces and eliminating stragglers. My drones can handle the rest. This affords us greater operational precision while we rescue people at the same time. Using their onboard equipment, the drones can also enhance our communications, facilitating intel exchange and letting us relay tasks and orders. Fargo for MVP. The combination of drones and aircraft working in tandem, it's worth a shot. Alright, our aircraft will deal with any enemies we come across. Once you're ready, we'll set off for PH and AF. Got it. Let's give those bastards hell. Ooh, that's a nice CG. Everything with Fargo is back sprites. And crack. Amid the sunset glow, a girl performed her final checks surrounded by drones. Destination, base at SD. Changing voice pack to Ninja Bell. Setup complete. She placed a talisman on the inside of the drone storage compartment and then took it off. And then it took off, getting information with the aircraft. Next, destination based at Panama Canal. Changing voice pack to Ninja Bell. Setup complete. Next, destination Easter Island. One after the next, the drones take to the skies and link up with the aircraft, their wings carrying both cargo and hope. If this goes well, it will turn this whole thing around. E11. Somewhere in the waters around the base at SD. Hey, Yorktown, we just passed through this area. You're right. My GPS says we should have arrived at the base long ago. And yeah, I can't even see the land on the horizon. You think the GPS is malfunctioning? Could be. It was working fine until we got close to the base. Wait, maybe it's not the GPS, maybe it's this particular area that's acting up. Are you saying that we've entered a Mirror Sea? That's exactly what I'm saying. I can't get in contact with DC and the Sea of Stars either. A Mirror Sea this close to the base? That's a big, big problem. Yeah, no kidding. If we're in a Mirror Sea, then where's all the enemies? Look around, not a plane in the sky, not a ship in the water, not even a blip on the radar. There's nothing. Look at that. You jinxed us, Hornet. Wait, are you picking up something? Oh, you're right. I see blips on the radar, and they're getting closer. Yorktown, let's launch our planes and intercept them before... Wait, cancel that. Apparently those are allied. Yes, mine says the same. What's even stranger is there are even drones mixed in with the aircraft. That's really weird. Drones can't fly as fast as an aircraft, so putting them together would slow the formation down. The formation flew over the girls' heads and airdropped a package. The next moment, a pink light flashed, and a Torii gate appeared in the sky. Is that Bill's voice? What the heck is that? Why is there a gate in the air? Look, those drones in the aircraft flew into it. I got it. We're not the only ones trapped in the Mirror Sea. The base is too. That explains why we can't reach them. If we're both in the same Mirror Sea, why can't we reach them no matter where we go? Well, I guess there are those Mirror Seas that utilize a fog that bends the laws of physics. I've read some documents that described a Mirror Sea similar to this, a locked Mirror Sea. Works like the Island Blood's folding fortresses. You can only access the fortress itself through some specific method. If you don't know what it is, you'll wander around the Mirror Sea aimlessly forever, or just casually come out the other side of the Mirror Sea. That reminds me a bit of the space surrounding a Siren's mainframe. Where it's kind of like that. I see where you're coming from, even if those ones are way more intricate. If I understood that right, then we're the only ones at the border of the Mirror Sea while the base is locked deeper inside, yes? Presumably, that Sakura gate is the specific method Northampton just mentioned. Speaking of that gate, it's still just sitting there, menacingly. Hornet, Kearsarge, let's use our aircraft to get inside. Easter Island. Mercuria Land? The Eternal Paradise. Placeholder name. Oh, is this Pamiat Mercuria interlude? Life in paradise is peaceful, joyful, a beautiful dream that never ends. Pamiat Mercuria's Meta was walking down the beach when she saw some fellow dreamers. She waved at them. Morning, Pamiat. Nice weather we're having today. The weather's always nice. You gotta love it. Yeah, it's great. Where are you two going? We're on a patrol. Again, I already told you, this place is as peaceful as can be. There are no fights, no wars, no quarrels. Sure, but only in paradise. We still gotta keep a lookout for threats from the outside. And this place is small and the world's big. You have a point. Also, sitting around all day isn't good for you. Alright. Go to do your patrol or whatever. You won't find anything. You're right, we won't find anything. Pamiat's bid farewell to the girls. With a flick of the wrist, she materialized on a bench on the beach. Yeah, I really thought I'd hit the fan when I heard those sirens go off. So much for Maggie and her fleet. What a big letdown that was. On the other hand, she did help me out, so I'll look the other way this time. And I regained a lot of my strength after she reconfigured my illusory boundary, and provided me with a temporary base to produce all kinds of handy stuff. Most of all, I got to enjoy vacation. On the whole, everything went perfectly. Maybe this is a sign my bad luck in a test site beta is running out. This is the dream right here. Sirens blaring. What? Beep beep. Pamiat, do you read me? An enemy has invaded. You've got to be kidding me. Stay where you are, I'll deal with them myself. Seems Master Bride has finally sprung into action. It means this dream's about to end then. My beautiful dream. You will suffer for taking it away from me. What? What the heck is that? Okay. I have no idea. We'll just pretend it's moon runes. At Pamiat's beckon, hundreds upon hundreds of white tentacles, hooray, appear from under the water. They engulf the encroaching black mist fleet in an instant. Consider this a gift from me. Beep beep. Holy cow, you took them all out just like that. Wow. You should teach me how to do that sometime. Sometime, I suppose I will, if there ever is a next time. What do you mean? Are you leaving or something? Yes, means goodbye. Oh, why now of? Dots. Pamia hung up and stared into the distant sky. On the horizon, she saw a formation of drones and aircraft flying towards the boundary of her paradise. This is so we won't meet again. Capitulate? What? Okay. Whatever. Panama Canal fortification sometime later. With the help of the drones and aircraft infiltrating through a Torii gate, the ship girls stationed at Panama Canal managed to awaken from the dream. The utopian mirage vanished into thin air and reality presented itself to them once more. My head is still spinning. I can't believe we were dreaming all this time. We were completely clueless from the start to the end. Well, I finished surveying the air. Everything looks normal. What about inside our facilities? I just got done inspecting those. No abnormal data logs or anything. And I'm done searching under the surface. Nothing to report. Phew, that's a relief. It would have been a disaster if the enemy had attacked while we were daydreaming. I still feel pissed about falling for it in the first place. They made a laughingstock out of us. When I find out who did this, they're in for a world of pain. Beep beep. This is Kiritamati Communication Station. Panama Canal, do you copy? This is Intrepid. I hear you loud and clear. Did you make it out alright? Yeah, we woke up from our dream with the help of Enterprise and Fargo. Really? Same with us. On another note, do you have any intel on the enemy? Well, I guess you could call it that. It's about Pamiat Makura Meta. Okay. This is bad. She really is heading to Antarctica. She's definitely going to try to cause another superimposition event. Just when our hands are tied and we can't reroute any forces to Antarctica too. Hey, I've got it. Fargo's drones must have a receiver antenna. Fargo, do you copy? I hear you, Panama Canal. How can I help? I was just wondering, what will you do with the drones and planes you sent to us? Gonna take them back already? They've completed their mission there, so yes, I'm bringing them back to save on fuel. Understandable. Do you have any more of those soccer talismans? I have some to spare, yes. Fantastic. I was hoping you could send some to the base at Tierra del Fuego. Pronto. If you want to save fuel, you can just bring your aircraft back and we'll top off the drones. I'll escort the drones to the South Atlantic with my own planes. Let me discuss the idea with Enterprise first. I'm back. Enterprise approved the route change. This is an extensive crisis and the Eagle Union can't possibly deal with it alone. That being the case, I sent out another formation to the Royal Navy's fleet stationed over in Sydney. If you can, tell the fleets in the South Atlantic to stand by until the Royal Navy has a grasp on the situation. Roger. Eagle Union, D.C., Lexington Estate. Lexington Estate? Bags of groceries stood at the entrance to the residence, brimming with goods, eager to be part of the feast being held at the mansion that night. Oh, I don't like the start of this. Sarah, you really went overboard this time. Maybe a little, but it's warranted. I invited tons of people tonight. Enterprise, Hornet, everyone basically. We can't cheap out when we're throwing such a big party, right? Hee, that's true. We should go big with this for once, since our vacation days conveniently overlap. I'll let you do the sorting. I'll do one last round of cleaning, then we'll start making the food. Sure thing! Lexington went into the living room, and for just a brief moment, everything was silent. Beep, beep, beep. There was ever so faint beeping noise, it sounded like a cruel clock ticking down the seconds until death. It's that sound again. I wish it would just stop. Eagle Union, D.C. Golf course, October 25th. The sun was shining and the skies were clear, the perfect weather for a round of golf. I heard you've been working really hard at the academy, Lex. And since hard work deserves to be rewarded, I went and booked us this whole golf course for today. Gosh, I really do. But this isn't isn't this just way too big for two people? Besides, booking it for the whole day can't have been cheap. So what? The bigger the better, I say. Sarah, you're not hiding something from me, are you? Huh? What do you mean? I've got nothing to hide. Look at this big smile on my face. This is the face I make while nothing in the whole world is bothering me. If you want my advice, you should concentrate on your swings, or your little sister's gonna win easy peasy. My, those are big words coming from you. But big words don't win matches, skill does, and you're gonna witness mine. That's more like it. What do you say we have a quick warm-up, then get right to it? Sounds good. I'll be right back. Oh no. Saratoga. Lexington walked away for a passing lonesome moment. The golf course was silent. Beep, beep, beep. There was an ever so faint beeping noise. It sounded like a cruel clock, ticking down the seconds until death. No, please, I'm begging you. Make it stop. Eagle Union, D.C. Shopping District, December 24th. Oh. This is painful. Oh, they even did a special CG. This is sad. Holiday songs echoed through the streets while neon lights and ribbons painted facades, street lights and windows in the colors of Christmas. Wow, look at all these stores offering Christmas deals and events. My wallet's gonna hate me for this, but who cares? It really is a lot. Haven't you already bought enough for today, though? No way. We've still got 3 blocks of stores to look at. Besides, that Saccharin delegation's coming tomorrow, remember? We need to have gifts ready. I've heard a lot about Amagi before. Honestly, I've always wanted to meet her. Right, Amagi, with the Saccharin delegation. If you'll indulge me, do you really think she's coming? Yes, we've been planning for this for quite a while. It'd be Omega rude to cancel at the last minute. Why are you asking that out of nowhere? Oh, no reason. I'm just so happy that it feels like I'm dreaming. Like this is all too good to be real. Do you feel anything like that? At all? Well, Lex, come on. Don't ruin the mood. There's no such thing as real or fake happiness. As long as we're happy and the commander's here with us, what more could you want? Sarah, I know something's been weighing heavily on you these past few days. I'm your sister. I can tell when you're not telling me something. That's enough spoiling the mood, okay? It's almost Christmas, so let's enjoy ourselves instead. Hey, look, that's the Colorado sisters. Let's see what they bought. Maryland, Colorado, West Virginia, hi! Well, if it isn't Lex and Sarah, out doing your Christmas shopping too, eh? Yep, we're shopping our hearts out. Aha, good to hear it. We've still got places to check out, so we'll catch up with you later. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, have fun. See, Lex, Christmas is all about fun. Maryland, Colorado, and West Virginia. If the report I read was right, they were reassigned to DC's defense fleet to reward their stellar performance while serving at PH. Is that really true? Well, of course it's. Sarah, look at me in the eyes. Do I have to? Yes, listen to your heart and answer me. Is that really what happened? Dots. No, it's not. They were reassigned to PH not long before that reenactment happened, and they were caught up in it. They fought tooth and nail, but still sustained crippling injuries. They spent a long time in recovery, but their wounds were too severe. In the end, they were mothballed. Then there came a breakthrough in retrofitting technology that let their riggings be rebuilt. It wasn't until recently that they finally returned to the front lines and were assigned posts across the country. What about Yorktown? We threw a party with her not long ago. Yorktown's hull became corroded after the reenactment at AF. Her prospects of recovery have always been bleak. That is, until Commander used Type 2 technology to miraculously bring her back to full health. She's finished her rehabilitation program at the Sea of Stars, and she should be back in fighting order. Okay, and what about me? Just stop with these questions, please. Sarah. Beep, beep, beep. The beeping was loud and clear. It sounded even colder and crueler than usual. The glass breaking. What has become of me? Am I leading a happy life together with you? Far, far away from the front lines? Shouldn't we all? What's wrong with being happy? Calm down, Sarah. Answer me. Lexington, you suffered severe corrosion damage in the reenactment at the Coral Sea. You haven't made any recovery from your injuries, and there's still no known way to cure you. To this day, you're still resting in a care pod at the Sea of Stars. It's not fair. Sniffle. I all recovered one way or another, but you're still sick. Why? Why won't you come back to me? I don't know why. All I know is you can't stay here forever. All dreams must come to an end. But open your eyes, Sarah. Your friends need you. They need you with them in reality. The commander's waiting for you too. I'm sure you already know that. Oh. Yes, I know. I know it perfectly well. I know what I have to do. I have to keep fighting. As long as I keep fighting, one day things will change. Beep, beep, beep. There's a barely audible beeping noise, steady and cold, like the waves of a dead sea lapping against a barren beach. I'm going to leave now, Lex. You're right about everything. There are people in the real world that need me. TB, do you copy? This is TB, waiting orders. Great. I'm going to head to the control room, find out what's happening in the Sea of Stars meanwhile. We're going to start fighting back. Sarah is a nice mirror to Akagi. Yep. They foil off each other well, don't they? Man, that was heartbreaking. Really, you had to do that to us, Manju? Dragon Emperor, base at BP. Command building, commander's office. The Dragon's Emperor plan was to destroy the storm. As such, they've codenamed their operation Wind-Crushing Ice Dragon. Okay, that's poetic. This operation has been in the works for a long time. The chain of command across all of the Emperor are now performing the final preparations. That includes me, the one who will lead the fleet. There's one thing I've been hung up on, however. This is a dream. You're stuck in a dream. As far as the briefing says, even though the storm has grown in intensity, the Emperor has the strength to stuff it out. If they succeed, they'll finally regain direct access to the sea. But my bad feeling from earlier proved right. The Pacific has fallen into chaos. The Emperor might get caught up into the crossfire if they proceed with the operation, not knowing any better. Since the storm has picked up, it's basically impossible to get info on what's happening beyond the Emperor borders. At least thanks to you, we've made contact with the Northern Parliament's base at Karginsky Island. Speaking of which, I have Savetsky Soyuz on the line. She wants to talk to you. Soyuz, what's she doing in the Pacific? Patch me through to her. It's a relief to see you're okay, Tovrich Commander. I wasn't expecting us to meet again under these circumstances, but here we are. What are you doing all the way out here? Did something happen back home? Well, I'm sure you're already aware of the illusion that has struck Europa. All across Europa, regions of space capable of causing widespread mass illusions have appeared. These spaces are growing in size, but fortunately, those who have stepped out of the illusion are able to emerge by themselves to an extent. However, since their growth cannot be stopped, we've relocated our chain of command to this side of the planet. We've issued commands for all of our fleets to relocate as well, but we were slightly too late. Only approximately 50% of our forces made the move in time. Luckily, some of our assets and shipgirls are outside the range of these spaces, those being our Arctic fleet, blueprint ships, and our research teams. On the whole, I would argue the Northern Parliament still has the crisis under control. Rest assured, we will mount a counterattack as soon as our investigation into these spaces is complete. Additionally, I have something else to relate to you. Yat-sun told me that you want to know what's happening across the Pacific. The Northern Parliament is willing to share what information it has. According to our defense fleet stationed in the Aleutian Islands, there is currently fighting taking place all across the Pacific. The Sakharin Empire is on the offensive, while the Eagle Union fleet has a fleet moving towards the Marshall Islands. Our intel also claims that the Sakharins have already entered battle on the Solomon Islands and the Marshall Islands. As you can imagine, it's not so straightforward. Meanwhile, in the Eagle Union, all contact was lost with DC and the bases at SD and NY at nearly the same time as the illusory spaces appeared. Concerning what's happening in Europa, it's safe to assume the Eagle Union has been similarly affected by illusions. I'm afraid I can't send forces directly to the Pacific to verify this information, since the situation is complicated as it is. Still, I hope this intel may be of some use to you. Thanks, Soyuz. It helps a lot. You're welcome. I hope your operation will be a success. I hang up the line and start processing the information she just gave me. She said it's under control, but it's clear they're in crisis mode as much as the rest of us. Still, it's good to know that they're more or less okay. On the Eagle Union side, I just know Enterprise and her peers are out in the Pacific. I know they'll pull through just fine. Based on the last report I got from Europa, Shinano and Mansu are trying to create a conceptual weapon to dispel the illusions. While it likely won't solve the crisis in one fell swoop, it can benefit Soyuz if it turns out she needs assistance. Then there's the Sakura Empire. I really haven't gotten any intel on them. We'll have to wait though. Operation Wind-Crushing Ice Dragon comes first. The Sirens must have noticed that we're gearing up. The fighting is going to be fierce. I'll focus on this operation for now, then take things one at a time. Okay, that's enough of interlude. Crimson Figure. There are more to the Crimson Figure donning a fox mask. She is not merely a part of the illusion. Pacific Ocean. Port of PH. Eagle Union Pacific Fleet. The Port of PH was back in business, busier than ever before. In addition to Enterprise's Pacific Fleet, reinforcements had arrived from all over, including the base at SD and Panama Canal. They had assembled into the briefing room to analyze the current state of the battle. Alright, good night, Catastrophe. See you tomorrow. All of our bases across the Pacific have been recaptured, including PHAF and the Panama Canal. While there have yet to be any casualties due to the illusions, there have been numerous cases of equipment damage. Lastly, all garrison fleets are currently undergoing necessary repairs and rearming so they can join us on the front lines. You recaptured all these bases in this little time? You really pulled off a miracle. Yeah, I was expecting this to turn into a battle of attrition. We couldn't have done it so fast without the talismans the Sakharins gave us, and Fargo's ingenuity. Oh, speaking of the talismans, I have something to report. I took the talismans Yorktown's fleet retrieved at SD and sent them over to the Sea of Stars. Incidentally, they've resumed regular operations and are investigating ways to analyze and break the illusions. If they're successful, we should be able to liberate the places across the country that have fallen under its influence. Good job, Saratoga. I knew I could count on you. Of course you can. We'll handle the domestic situation so you can all focus on the front lines. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Back to you. The situation on the front lines isn't great. The enemy is applying pressure on us, even if they're advancing at a snail's pace. Their forces are coming from the direction of the Marshall Islands, and their fleets are growing in size. At present, we count a total of 7 of them, each with a presumed flagship with a total hull strength of almost 3 kilometers. Hull length. 3 whole kilometers? I haven't seen a siren ship that gargantuan before. Me either. Worse yet, these ships are equipped with shields and quite good firepower. Numerous attempts were made to bombard them from the air, but honestly, that had no effect. We're trying a different approach now. Attack with submarines to kill their command unit and send them into disarray. Wait, Bunker Hill, put that attack on hold. Our analysis of the enemy just yielded its initial results. Apparently, what we're up against is a kind of corrosion entity. As for what kind, they partially base themselves off existing ships in our world, as opposed to being projected into our branch from another. That's the reason we were able to partially identify them unlike all the others before. It's also why our attacks are more effective against them. We still don't know how they came into existence, though. What's clear is that whoever's masterminding this attack, they've reapportioned Sakura mass production tech. Oh, one more thing. Not for previous encounters, the corrosion entities vanished into thin air when they were destroyed, leaving not a single trace. These, on the other hand, leave behind metal parts that resemble some sort of mineral ore. We analyzed the sample and discovered that these parts possess properties that make them corrode other materials. The good news is they can't corrode our hulls. They can corrode electronics, though. Which brings me to why you shouldn't attack that flagship. We haven't analyzed a sample from it yet, but given how much larger it is than its peers, its corrosion properties might also be on a different level. Meaning attacking it may create a wreck that corrodes the surrounding water or gets stuck in the submarines attacking to it. It's just speculation, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So you're pretty much saying that our hands are tied. That's not good. Thanks for all that intel. We'll reconsider the attack. I've got some intel from our observation station in Samoa. The readings say a fleet has departed from the Solomons and is heading towards the Marshall Islands. Best case scenario, the Sakura fleet station there is still affected by the illusion, but they're alive. Worst case scenario, they snapped out of it and the enemy wiped them out. It's all thanks to Shimato and Haratsuki that we were able to wrestle back control so quickly. If they're in danger, we can't just leave them to their fates. Of course not. Besides, if the Solomons fall, it's just another angle for the enemy to attack from. We're obliged to help them, both from a strategic and repaying our debt of kindness angle. I agree. Bunker Hill, keep up the defense, take it slow and steady. Gather as much intel as you can on the enemy flagships and find out what they're really after. After you've helped the Sakurans on the Solomons, head for the Marshall Islands from an angle they won't expect. We'll pincer the enemy and take them all out. Roger. Enterprise, you've still got forces to spare. Should I reroute them to the Solomons? Those islands will be fine. Send them to Bunker Hill instead. Our forces can regroup later if saving the Sakurans doesn't prove too costly, and we expect reinforcements from Iron Blood's floating fortresses. If need be, we can always contact Iron Blood directly. Are you sure that's such a good idea? Would it be best if we spoke to the Royal Navy Fleet Settlement Station in Sydney? They've got their hands full with tracking Palmiot Mercury and Meta and preparing themselves in case something happens in the Antarctic. If we draw reinforcements from them, they'll be unable to respond to changes in Antarctica. Iron Blood is our best bet. The commander made negotiating with them a lot easier. Alright, be careful out there, Enterprise. You too. You have the power of a Type 2 on your side, but we still haven't figured out who's behind all this. Be ready for anything. Heh, I'll be fine. It's true that I haven't fought in a long while, but I still remember how to. This will be my first battle fighting alongside of you since my return to the front lines. Wherever the enemy commander is, they'll regret earning my fury. Okay. Level 84.
ほのかスペシャル
That's the Honoka special.
指揮官森
今こそどっちの装備が上か思い知らせる時だ。
Well, at least they're mostly missing, so these two should be able to hold up just fine, even if they didn't have Honoka healing them.
ほのかスペシャル
Super Mega Explosion Plus, that's a name for a skill.
C クラスかわいいの威力
今こそどっちの装備が上か思い知らせる時だ。
かわいいハート
Man, that side story
かわいい
of
ハート
まとめて
Saratoga's dream, that was heartbreaking.
グリッドレイキューンかわいいの威力思い知りま
And still they tease us about fixing Lexington. Not cool, Manju, not cool. I want to see Lexington too.
よーし気合い入れていくぞかわいいハート撃ちます
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
ほのかスペシャルロンドン
Shropshire.
よーし気合い入れていくぞかわいいハート撃ちますかわいいの威力
There's the boss. Kaboom! With a loud boom, the foes standing in the Sakuran's way were annihilated, leaving only a few wreckages behind. Lady Nagato, this is the same as our last encounter. Exactly as many enemies from exactly the same direction. We've been through here several times now. I'm starting to fear we've been thrust behind a different, non-illusory barrier. If it is a barrier, it must have been an exploitable weak point. Shimanto is still searching for it. You must all stay close to me, lest you fall for the illusion's misleadings. The Sakuran fleet sailed onward through the cherry seas, dyed ink black. I've undone so many anchors, yet the illusion shows no sign of lifting. In fact, the only effect of undoing these anchors seems to be that the illusion shifts and changes. I'd assumed this illusion was like the rest. In reality, have we walked into a prison? Then there's that Amagi. If she isn't a mere phantom conjured up by the illusion. Now I gotta rack your brain to try to recall the crimson figure in a fox mask that passed her by not long ago. She said something, but I cannot remember what. I did not listen to her when we first crossed paths, presuming that she was only a figment of this illusion. Yet I followed her when she walked ahead, as it seemed as though she was guiding me. Despite my misgivings, I did discover those anchors along the way. In hindsight, accompanying her was reckless. I allowed her to lure me. Here, to the sea with the sacred Sakura. Wait, sacred Sakura? Amagi? That's it. I understand now. This is what Mikasa wanted me to investigate. Amagi's lingering soul swirled around the roots of the sacred Sakura, allowing her consciousness to take form. Moreover, her range of influence far exceeds the barrier that guards the sacred Sakura. Ordinarily, such a thing would be impossible, unless someone employed an illusion to extend the sacred Sakura's domain even beyond the Sakura Islands. But how could anyone do such a thing? I thought that the former great sage fixed the seal on the prime Sakura, then Yamato inherited the Watatatsume. Unless it was actually not Yamato who took over. Is that it? Is that why she tried to warn me? Heaven's door will be opened. I beseech you to join us if possible, Lady Nagato. Lady Nagato. Recall Zuikako post haste and keep Shimanto close by your side. A fire that will scorch the world is coming. Okay. A fire that will scorch the world? How careless I've been. Such a fool I've been. Akagi, your refusal to let go really is driving you to do unthinkable things. I do empathize. If my sister's hull were damaged and barely able to sustain itself, I would do all in my power to save her. But this? Do you even know who it is you're trying to revive? Kaboom. That very moment, a volley of shells struck Nagato's anti-deception barrier. Explosions went off on the barrier's surface, sending ripples through it. Ugh. Lady Nagato. Son of a... There's no end to them. Where the hell are they coming from? Lady Nagato, let me handle this. You've still yet to fully regain your strength. Pushing yourself is dangerous. No, I shall do this. You expended too much of your own strength in creating these talismans. If anyone here needs time to recover, it's you. That's more than enough reason for us to evacuate immediately, then. Shimanto, have you found a weak spot in the barrier yet? I have. Come with me. Halt, both of you. Lady Nagato, this illusion does not exist solely to misguide us. The sacred Sakura over yonder is its core. That is the very thing that Mikasa sent us here to investigate. Change course. We will head to the center of the illusion. Okay. It's this huge ship thing. Well, they said it was going to be 3 kilometers. Alright, let's get pumped up. It's boss battle time. Concept given form. Orochi. Okay. So what I'm gathering is this illusion was summoned by Akagi, attempting to reincarnate Amagi, but instead of Amagi, it's some kind of manipulative entity. It's very malicious. It's kind of half tricking her. That's not good. Sakura Empire, Solomon Islands based, Eagle Union Fleet, post-breach, illusion breach. Post-breach, illusion breach. Okay. Having dispatched waves of enemies in their way, Indiana's and Enterprise's fleet then created a torii gate and reached the illusion. The illusion seen from the inside was like a sprawling forest of cherry blossoms, with a lone giant withered tree towering in the distance. You know, flowers are a symbol of life, and yet despite how many there are in here, it just feels so desolate. Is this really it, the illusion that's trapped our Sakura and friends? I see signs of fighting. They look fresh too. Enterprise, you see anything from up above? More signs of fighting. Loads even. That suggests the Sakurans are not just alive, but fighting right at this moment. Doesn't anyone else find it strange that they're still trapped in there? The Sakurans came to us first, so shouldn't they be able to leave on their own? This illusion may be unique, possibly even designed specifically to contain them. Whoever's behind all of this is targeting them. Targeting them specifically? That sounds bad, like really bad for them. Found them. They're heading towards that massive tree in the middle. And there's still time. We need to hurry. Okay. So, 2 rounds, and there should be one more cutscene, and that'll be end for day 1.
今こそどっちの装備が上か思い知らせる時だ。
かわいいハート撃ちます。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
ほのかスペシャル。
Hey, Spence.
思い知りました。
Agnevoy's not gonna hit 120 at this rate. Oh, that's right. I was gonna look at fleet tech.
よーし、気合い入れていくぞ。
Northern Parliament. Agnevoy.
かわいいハート撃ちます。かわいいハート。
Agnevoy at level 120 gives plus 2 HP. Interesting.
ユニオンの最初。
That's a bummer.
盛り上がってき。
Although... Yeah, she gives 1 firepower just for collection. That's not a bad thing. Alright, so the ships that give firepower for reaching 120. Laffy, Nicholas, and Cooper. Nubian and Eskimo. Azutski, Kikazi, Suzuki, and Wakatsuki. Man, I can't say her name correctly without going through a tongue twister. Then, on Iron Blood, it's Felix Schultz, Otto von Alsburn, Z46, 47, Z1, Z23, Z2, Z16, Z24, 25, 26, 28, 35, 36, 43. That's a lot. And a lot of the French and pasta destroyers. All of the DDGs. And a bunch of the Northern Parliament girls. Interesting. Interesting.
今こそどっちの装備が上か思い知らせる時だ。
かわいいハート撃ちます。かわいいハート撃ちます。ほのかスペシャル。 ほのかスペシャル。
And Oroshi's that giant battleship they used in the anime.
指揮官さんかわいいの威力思い。
Alright, last round. Kaboom.
うちはよーし気合い入れていくぞ。かわいいハート打ちます。ほのかスペシャル。盛り上がってきます。
Agnavoy's right on the cusp. Can she do it?
よーし気合い入れていくぞ。かわいいハート打ちます。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。ほのかスペシャル。フォックスハウンド盛り上が。 よーし気合い入れていくぞ。かわいいハート打ちます。かわいいハー
You
ト
go,
ま
Agnavoy.
とめて吹っ飛ばす。ほのかスペシャル。
There she goes.
うちはかわいいの威力
120 for Agnavoy.
よーし気合い入れていくぞ。かわいいハート打ちます。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。ほのかスペシャル。
It's a Honoka special.
盛り上が。
Level up for Honoka. Alright, here we go.
今こそどっちの装備が上か
スペシャル。
思い知らせる時だ。
かわいいハート打ちます。ほのかスペシャル。かわいいハートスペシャル。 ちます。
This should
ヘ
do
ノカ
it.
スペシャル。
Boom.
指揮官、かわいいの威力。思い。
Nagato and her fleet pushed downward, maintaining her protective barrier as they sailed for the sacred Sakura. They encountered hardly any opposition along the way, in a clear contrast to when they were trying to break out. Because that's where the illusions want you to go. Because they want to be led there. Why the lack of resistance? Are they trying to bring me closer to the sacred Sakura? For what reason could that be? Unlike the blooming trees all around them, the sacred Sakura had long since withered. Nagato gazed up at its branches. A moment passed, then a single red dot appeared on a branch, and suddenly all the buds blossomed at once. Lady Nagato. Lady Nagato. The clouds parted and radiant sunlight shone down upon the forest of cherry blossoms. A gentle voice called out to Nagato again and again. Finally, she came back to her senses. Amagi, but where am I? She looked around. She was in a guest room, both strangely familiar to her and extravagant in design. You seemed a bit distracted ever since you came here. Is there something on your mind? Aye, it feels as though I've had a long dream and I'm dazed after being so suddenly thrust back into reality. I understand. It's been quite rainy of late, and anyone would be surprised to see the skies clear out of nowhere. I know you've been pushing yourself too. Please take better care of yourself, okay? Very well. Incidentally, was it you who guided me to the sacred Sakura? Pardon? Yes, that was me. Why do you ask? Did you have an unpleasant dream? Dreams are just that, dreams. Worry not about me. Now, what would you request of me? If you pardon my rudeness, I would like to make a request on behalf of Kaga. Very well, speak. As you know, the treaty allows any two large capital ships to be converted to aircraft carriers. I seek to rescind the decommissioning of Battleship Kaga based on the treaty's demands. Amagi, nobody wishes for this outcome. The treaty is binding once signed, I know. There is no changing fate. Unless someone takes her place. From the very beginning, the world has never judged who was weak or strong. You are just using that as an excuse to escape from reality. Lady Nagato, you should already know that I am not fit to serve as the flagship of the combined fleet. Sooner or later, the role must be entrusted to someone else. While she may not be up to the task just yet, if you were to pass on the role to Kaga, I would be able to rest easy knowing I was able to serve the Sakura Empire, even with this flawed body. Is this truly what you desire? Without a doubt, right now, Kaga is alone in the Mirror Sea due to her despair, but I will personally bring her back. Should we be able to return safely, I humbly request that you consider my decision and hold another war game to see that Kaga can become an aircraft carrier. No. Lady Nagato? I shan't allow it. Don't give up now, Amagi. I will fix you. I swear it. Fix me? How will you do that? By using the Watatatsumi, as well as the sacred Sakura's power. Though your hull may degrade, your soul, the thing that makes you who you are, can be sustained with the sacred Sakura. The sacred Sakura will be nourished by the Watatatsumi's power, and its roots can be connected to the prime Sakura. We can create for you a new body, using the Watatatsumi as the core. I see your plan. It's exactly the same as hers, isn't it? Hers? Whose? I see now. What I thought was a dream was reality. This is the dream. From the very beginning, the world has never judged who is weak or strong. You were just using that as an excuse to escape from reality. The crimson figure did not answer. Wordlessly, she placed her fox mask upon her face. Shikigami servant, break this illusion. The silence between them was broken by a shout from afar. It seems our conversation is over. Lady Nagato, please turn back. Stay out of this matter. Okay. With the illusion broken, foes lying in ambush revealed themselves. Hooray! They posed little threat to the combined might of the Sakura Empire's and Eagle Union's fleet, however. Amidst the chaos, the crimson figure once more disappeared. All that remained an echo of her hollow sigh in Nagato's ear. Solomon Islands, Sakura Empire base. That's Nagato? Wow, she's pretty dang cute. Hey, are you the leader of this fleet? I am Nagato, the Guardian Fox as well as the former flagship of the Sakura Empire's combined fleet. Oops, sorry if that sounds rude. I've heard a lot about you, but I didn't think you'd be so small. How dare you? Ahem. Pittsburgh. Yeah, I'm going too far. Forgive me. I'm Enterprise, flagship of the Union's Pacific Fleet, and currently in charge of the operations in and around the Pacific. It's an honor to meet you, Guardian Fox. And so, the Eagle Union and Sakura Empire finally meet on the Solomon Islands. With a firm handshake, the Pacific's two most influential factions officially made contact. Pittsburgh's quite tall and well-built compared to Enterprise. The Eagle up here. Nagato looking at them in the foreground. Enterprise, the Great Ghost. I've heard about you. You came to our aid today, and for that, I thank you. Please, I should be thanking you. Your action saved us. On behalf of us all, actually. Time is of the essence, so pardon me for cutting to the chase. According to our intel, the situation is even worse on the Marshall Islands than it is here. We're going to link up with the capital fleet and launch a pincer attack. Our goal is to break the illusion and help the fleet garrison on the island. Would you be willing to share what your fleet plans to do next? Dots. The times are changing. To guard and follow tradition, or to embark with the new winds. The choice is already clear to me. Much I have experienced since my awakening under the sacred Sakura, from meeting the reborn combined fleet to Amagi and her fierce stubbornness. Let me preface by saying that all of this, these illusions, these strange new foes, it all has to do with the plan that Akagi advocates for. She has taken the Wada Tatsumi and the sacred Sakura and repurposed them to her own malicious ends. I can now tolerate it no longer. The Sakura Empire is ultimately responsible for this crisis, and you are caught in the middle of it. For that, I will bear responsibility. My fleet will gladly accompany you and crush this scourge upon our seas. Once that is done, we will have to see what comes next. I couldn't ask for more. I'm just glad I won't need to explain later why our forces were seen within earshot of the Marshall Islands. With your help, I'm confident this operation will go without a hitch. Aye. Let us form up and disembark for the Marshall Islands. Alright. Hi, Hindenburg. Yeah, we're going to rotate to something a little more wholesome. Hi, TB. Okay, that concludes the day one of the Windborne Steel Wings event. So, yeah. Akagi, what are you doing? Figures this was all Akagi's doing it to begin with. Well, we'll see where this takes us tomorrow. Hopefully the story is consistent with what happened today, unlike a couple of events that have happened in the recent past. Alright, thank you everyone who stopped by to watch. And those who watch in the future. I will be back on tomorrow to conclude today's event. Thank you, and have a good night. Goodbye.